Good. Let's look at some examples of solving equations. Now, we have 2x plus 6 equals 14. So essentially, when you are asked to solve an equation, what we really want to do is find out the value of x that will make this expression, this equation, true. And we do that by using a method called opposite operations. So we need to isolate x, we need to leave the x alone. So let's start moving anything that does not have x to the other side of the equal sign. So first we begin moving the 6 because it's the least immediate operation to x. So let's begin with that. So plus 6, when it goes on the other side, it will do the opposite operation, so it becomes minus 6. So we write 2x equals 14 minus 6. We can simplify that. Now we need to move the 2, so we have 2x. 14 minus 6 gives you 8. Now we need to move the 2 to the other side. Well, the 2 here is multiplying x, so when it's multiplied here, it will be dividing on the other side. So we end up with 8 over 2. Well, 8 over 2 gives us 4. Now this means that x equals to 4. This means that if we substitute the 4 in this expression, we should get 14. So I will only double check for this one, but you can practice with the other examples. So you take left side, right side. So the left side we have 2x plus 6, and the right side has 14. So here, well, we don't need to worry about the right side because already it tells us it should be 14. So let's start with this side. 2x, so we start substituting the 4 if you want to double check, right? So you substitute it for x, and then we further expand this. So 2 times 4 gives you 8 plus 6. What's 8 plus 6? 14. So we can see that the left side equals to the right side. So if if a teacher asks you to check, this is what you do to check your answers. Okay, let's look at some more examples, and then you can check those examples yourselves. All right, we have this other expression. 2y minus 4 equals negative 12. So same thing. We need to isolate y. We need to leave the y alone, find out the value of y that will make this expression true. So let's move the negative 4 to the other side of the equal sign. So we end up with 2y equals negative 12. Minus 4 becomes plus 4 on the other side. 2y simplify. 2y is equal to, and this side simplifies to minus 8. And now let's move the 2 to the other side. The 2 is multiplying, it becomes it's multiplying on this side, it will be dividing on this side. So our final answer is y equals negative 4. Negative 8 divided by 2 gives you negative 4. So if you substitute the negative 4 here, we should get negative 12. So here, let's make a quick check. 2 times negative 4 gives you negative 8. Negative 8 minus 8 minus 4 gives you minus 12. Right. Let's look at another example. Minus 6x plus 5 equals negative 24. Okay, let's move this up, and we have same thing. We need to isolate for x. Let's move anything that is not x to the other side of the equal sign. So plus 5 on the other side, it becomes minus 5. So negative 24 minus 5. And we have minus 6. X equals to minus, and minus becomes minus 24 minus 5 gives you minus 29. And now we need to isolate the x. We have a minus 6 times x. So remember, it's not just the 6 times x, it's minus 6 is multiplying x. So if the minus 6 is multiplying here, the minus 6 should be dividing on the other side. So we get x equals minus 29 over minus 6. And then Minus and minus in division is very similar. The two minuses would become a plus, so this would be our answer, 29/6. Alright, let's look at one last example. I must say that for example C, I probably should have put a 6 there, and we would not have ended up with a fraction, but it's okay to end up with a fraction. So, and that would be a good practice for you guys to check. So you can substitute this fraction here for x. We should get -24. Okay, let's look at our last example. -x plus 7 equals 10. Okay, let's move this up a little more. So here we have -x plus 7 equals 10. Okay, so the first thing that we can do is, we all know that minus x is really like saying -1 or -1x, right? So you can put in the 1 there so that we are aware of this, and then it's the same as before, right? Let's move everything that is not x to the other side of the equal sign. So we have -1x equals 10 plus 7. On the other side it becomes -7, so -1x equals 10 minus 7, 3. Let's get rid of this -1. If -1 is multiplying here, it will be dividing on the other side of the equal sign. So -1 is multiplying, -1 will be dividing. Notice how we carry the sign. The sign doesn't switch to positive, we carry it. So this becomes positive, and negative becomes -3 divided by 1, 3. And that is it. If you have any more questions, you can let me know. Don't forget to subscribe.